When it comes to flirting, most men fall into three categories. The first is the man who never flirts. He's friendly, respectful, and easy to talk to, but all his relationships end the same way. They become friends. The second is the man who tries to flirt, but isn't very good at it. His attempts seem strained, contrived, or uncomfortable. He might say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and instead of creating attraction, he creates negative tension. Then there's the third type of man. This man knows how to flirt gracefully. Conversations with him seem easy, lively, and enjoyable. Women love talking to him and are always drawn to him without even knowing why. Here's the good news. Flirting isn't difficult. Most men find it hard because no one has explained it to them properly. Once you understand what flirting is and how it works, everything becomes much easier. You'll also begin to understand why rejection happens so often and how to avoid it. This is your comprehensive guide to flirting. You'll learn what flirting is, its importance, and how to practice it in a way that makes women see you as confident, attractive, and valuable. Not just another guy trying to get their attention. Take it seriously. It won't take long to learn, but it has the potential to change how women perceive you forever. Let's start with an example of a conversation that isn't flirtatious at all. A young man asks her where she's from, and she replies, "Melbourne, Australia." She then confidently comments on the city and explains why she moved there. And so the conversation continues. Theoretically, there's nothing wrong with this interaction. It's polite and natural. It's a friendly chat, but that's the problem. There's no spark, no tension, no excitement. Nothing distinguishes it from a conversation between two colleagues over lunch. Where there's no flirting, there's no attraction. And where there's no attraction, a person goes home alone or worse, remains stuck in the friend zone. Flirting sets the tone for romance and intimacy. It shows you're more than just a casual conversation starter and makes her feel special. Without flirting, you're invisible. So why do most men struggle with flirting? If flirting is so important, why do most men struggle with it? The main reason is that most men are either too cautious or too eager. Let's start with the first major mistake. Being too straightforward. Many men think that flirting means saying exactly what they think, direct, concise, and clear. But the problem is that this takes away the element of suspense, the very thing that makes flirting fun. Here's an example. Girl, I love sports bras. Guy, I think you look beautiful in them. That's too obvious. There's no room for hints, emotions, or charm. When you tell her everything directly, she has no room for imagination. Once the mystery is gone, so is the suspense. That's why complimenting a woman on her appearance often backfires. It makes you look like any other man you've ever spoken to. This also suggests that you are very emotional and perhaps inexperienced. Furthermore, most women feel uncomfortable talking about sex too early, not because they don't enjoy it, but because they don't want to feel judged or categorized. Most women need to feel that everything has happened and need a convincing reason to deny it. They want things to flow smoothly and spontaneously, not to rush straight into a sexual relationship. So phrases like, "let's go to my place and spend some time together," often lose their appeal, while saying, "I have a pool table at my place. Let's spend some time together," might be better. Even if you know where this might lead, relax and let things unfold naturally. The lesson is simple. Don't be too direct. Let things flow naturally. The second mistake is being overly friendly. Another major error is thinking of flirting as a way to talk to friends. Men are always joking and flirting, but there's no sexual tension involved, and many men behave the same way when talking to women. The difference between friendliness and flirting lies in intent. Think about it. A handshake is a friendly gesture, not a physical handshake. Most men avoid bold actions for fear of rejection, so they remain confident, neutral, and polite. But overconfidence weakens attraction. If there's no hint of flirting, you're not seeing her as just a friend. Now that we've discussed mistakes, let's talk about what works. First, be indirect. Good flirting is subtle. It implies admiration rather than stating it outright. Let's rephrase the previous example. Girl, I love sports bras. Guy, that's cool. I like girls who like sports bras. See the difference? You're still showing interest, but you're not saying it outright. Let her draw her own conclusions. Indirect flirting piques curiosity, making you think about what she's saying and thinking, which is what makes it interesting. When you talk about your attractiveness instead of hinting at it, you come across as confident and in control, not desperate. Second, remain calm when she teases you. Women often tease men, not to be offensive, but because they want to test your confidence. These tests might be something like, "I think you say that to every girl," or "How many women have you slept with? Buy me a drink." If you get defensive, angry, or try to justify yourself, you'll fail the test. The best response is to concede and exaggerate. You agree, but you overstate it. Hey, tell all the girls this. Hey, of course, I wrote it on my cards. Hey, how many women have you slept with? Hey, today or this week? Hey, buy me a drink. Hey, of course, should I give you my bank account password too? This shows confidence, wit, and emotional control. You're also calm, which is attractive. Third, consider it your reward. The most attractive women are used to being pursued by men. You can change that. Instead of trying to impress her, think of her as the one trying to impress you. You're joking, you're not serious. Madam, I'm a big fan of sports bras. Hey, watch out, you're trying to distract me. Madam, would you like another drink? Hey, that's your plan to intoxicate me. Hey, are you looking at me? Hey, are you flirting with me right now? This role reversal is fun and safe. It puts you in the role of the reward and her in the role of the protector. Fourth, swinging flirting. Swinging flirting means mixing compliments with playful rejections. For example, you're beautiful, but I think you're going to get me into trouble. Attract her, then attract her again. This creates emotional tension and makes things interesting. People appreciate things that don't come easily, and women are no exception. Fifth, make her feel embarrassed. If she's trying to trick you with a joke, like when she talks about her apartment, say, "Oh my God, she's trying to invite me over." If she thanks you, make a good effort. "It doesn't work with me," she laughs, and you've unwittingly heightened the sexual tension. Sixth, use subtle sexual cues. Never say, "I'm good in bed." Show it instead. If she compliments you on something you've done, say, "Yes, I'm good with my hands." Wink, pause, let her mind do the work. Seventh, change your mindset from thinking you're being taken advantage of. Next time you do something nice, say, "Oh my God, you guys are being taken advantage of. I think it might develop further later." This creates a fun, playful, and romantic atmosphere without any pressure. So guys, flirting isn't about tricks. It's about energy, confidence, and subtle desire. Be indirect, playful, don't rush things, and let the tension build naturally. When you flirt properly, women don't just talk to you, they remember you too. That's the difference between rejection and attraction.